said draw your sword!
I once played Harry Styles in a One Direction tribute band.
Hello and welcome back to Inside the Fight. Today is going to be an epic broadsword fight with one person who knows what they're doing and one person who does not, because they've actually travelled back in time. And we have a special guest star. Today we are joined by a fantastic guest star, the wonderful Alex Rajan-Iyer. Alex, are you happy to be here with us on Inside the Fight?
I am indeed, Josh. Very happy to be here.
Good. We sound like we're doing like a news report.
Good time out my busy schedule.
Thanks very much.
It sounds like he really didn't want to be here. It's like, yes, that's what you told me to say.
Yes, yeah. I'm reading from the auto cue. Yeah.
This is quite dangerous for me.
Let's try, you ready?
Hay fever, guys, not fun.
Do you know it kills 7 people every year?
Hay fever?
No.
I am suffering for hay fever. I live in London, normally. This is a lot of green.
Have you slid into what you thought was my DMs and it's not me?
Well, not quite that seedy.
No, but I mean,
It's all been perfectly vanilla.
But legit, have you been talking with someone who you think is me?
No. I know who you are.
We've given the Instagram account over to Heather, which is like giving over to a 12-year-old. It's just peeling off. Just multiple Joshes. Oh yeah, let's do this in a funky...
So we are going to do a choreo breakdown. So now we are going to do a choreo breakdown.
Oh! I'm just trying to get you some content, guys.
What if this is war? What if that's war? the militant wing of Alicante.
Of Alicante?
Yeah.
They declared war
on Chalkwell.
Obviously, it's
Not even England,
No,
just Chalkwell.
They have no problem with
that-
England.
is
It's
that-
just Chalkwell. It's like near Petersfield or something. Basically, in the war, the town gave the French cheese, because they ran out of cheese, so now every year they drop cheese as like a thank you.
In this scene, Alex here has accidentally travelled back in time and bumps into Esme.
As you do.
And Esme believes that he is an old enemy who she doesn't know by face, but
by
basically has
arse.
set up. To be fair, you've got pretty unforgettable glue. So Alex has no idea what he's doing, really is winging it, and Esme is a trained sword fighter. So here we go.
Check your notes.
Yep. You begin with a downward diagonal slash from left to right, and Alex, you do a hanging parry of 5. Then Esme thrusts to Alex's stomach, seeing that nice open target, and Alex does a parry of 2. Esme does a cut to what we call his non-sword side chest. We get everything on this is sword side because he's right-handed. Everything over here is non-sword side, so it's up here. Badoosh! And Alex does a parry of 4. Alex, your technique is way too good for this character. Like, everything is like
Alex,
footwork
if
on
you
point,
could try
techniques,
to
everything else,
be-
you need to be a lot worse. And then you do a quasi, and then you do a horizontal slash across Esme's stomach, which is avoided. One great way of really selling a horizontal slash and making it look super dangerous is instead of just avoiding with your body straight back, if you kind of pick, if you're avoiding something, you pick where it's going to go for, and then you pull just that bit out the way. It's going to step back, but you're going to keep your body relatively straight. So we go, whoa, like that, there we go. Okay, and now as we do another one where it really feels like you're tucking your stomach, which is the target, out of the way. Go for it. Boom, there we go. And that makes it feel as if it missed by like that much. Esme comes in with another cut to his non-sword side chest. So as you go straight from there to his now sword side thigh, it's a little bit lower, and Alex drops back into a parry of 2, and then she goes straight in for an attack to Alex's head, and therefore does a Quillen shunt. Wouldn't be able to describe that to you in a million years, but he kind of just goes, oh, get rid of it, and then uses the pommel, that bit there, and is going to do a pommel strike to Esme's face.
He's going to use the pommel to pommel my face!
Way! Esme stumbles back. Alex is actually full of apologies at this point because, yeah, he's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. While Alex is apologising, Esme is now furious. Esme, show us your furious face. Oh, good lord. Right, so do a horizontal slash from left to right. Then a diagonal one, rising diagonal, so coming upwards this time, which Alex is going to avoid backward. But then he swings it round the back of his head and then does his own downward diagonal slash, basically learning from Esme. whoa. And because of that moment, Alex suddenly is a bit excited and is like, oh my god, I can do this. And tries to high five Esme. Like, oh yes, nice. And Esme's like, absolutely not. Alex is going to do a cut to Esme's sword side chest, which Esme decides to quasi to get that blade out of dodge and go for a thrust to Alex's now open stomach. And then does another pommel strike to Esme's face. So then Alex does a couple of very aggressive slashes. Esme's again still super weakened, so Alex decides to kick her like a kind of stomach kick. She attempts some kind of attack, but Alex does a reinforced parry using his hand. And then uses these quillons here to basically hook Esme's blade, and it comes out of her hand. And then this is Alex's moment to kill, and he plunges it straight into Esme's chest. So he has to very squeaky do that while looking away, eyes closed, decide to go for the kill. And he has a little freak out.
How does he get back?
Like this. If you stick around and watch the fight scene, at the end of the fight scene, there'll be a little surprise that happens when he gets back to his friends.
Just planning my shots, you know, in my head.
You're just gonna do it in your own head?
Yeah.
You're gonna film it in your own head as well?
I think so, yeah.
It'll be a lot easier.
You'll get
to
all that,
edit.
won't you? In the edit, yeah.
Okay, so I want to get a shot of Alex walking up to the portal. So if you can see here, they line up together. So it creates one long strip. And then I'm going to get Alex walking through this way to then be able to cut it with him coming out the other side. He's in a different world, basically. So yeah, that's the shot I'm hoping to get.
They wanted someone who looked deranged. If you want someone who looks deranged, get bad hay fever.
That's exactly what I'm after, Alex. And it really sells how bad you are with this weapon.
Does the behind-the-scenes camera want to know something about me and Harry Styles?
Yes.
I once played Harry Styles in a One Direction tribute band.
Why don't you now do a solo Harry Styles tribute band?
Because we're
Now that
working.
I think that's a wrap.
Really?
Yes?
Yeah, we did it! We were able to!
Thank you,
Christmas
Alex, for
miracle.
coming along.
Thank you so much, Alex, for being a wonderful guest star.
No,
No, he doesn't
And
like
thank you,
it.
Esme, for
He
soldiering
looks like
on
death right now.
despite everything. Thank you so much for watching. In a few seconds, we are going to show you the fight scene that we made. Thanks again for all of your support, all of your comments and everything. They're absolutely brilliant. Today was because we asked you guys what weapon you wanted to see, and you ended up choosing broadsword, and we were absolutely thrilled. So we really hope that you enjoy this. Keep commenting, keep telling us stuff that you want us to do, and we'll do our best to do it. See you next week. We hope you enjoy the fight. Okay, it's really, really simple. Okay, so if I do something now, it affects the future. I forget to buy milk, and so what is my future? Me not having cereal, right?
Right.
So if you go back into the past, like hundreds or thousands of years, and you change something, it's gonna change the future.
Yeah, but it's not, you don't have that much effect on the world. Like, it only affects what you did.
no.
Because the only reason the milk affects you is because then you don't have milk.
No, but that's my point, is what was the consequences of like that?
What, somebody actually was never born because you didn't have milk?
If I did it like 500
Oh my
years ago, then yeah, because
God.
it's got like all those different things change every day, right?
It
Like
doesn't make any sense.
What is your IQ?
What? I don't know.
Okay, well, I do know mine because I did an IQ test, and it's 192. It's 100, which makes me actually genuinely a certified genius.
You're a genius.
Yes, I am in the genius category if you do an IQ test.
Pretty sure that's not actually
going for a
possible.
week.
Alright.
It is possible, and I have it. And all I'm saying is, if we're going to trust one person who's, actually read about this stuff and actually knows about theoretical physics and has a high IQ over someone who just happens to have seen the... Yeah, actually, yeah. Now you say it, yeah.
You're telling me you are a genius.
Yeah.
Guys?
Do I see the destroyer? I've been waiting a long time for you. I'm going to slowly watch you die. As you watched everyone in my village burn and killed those who survived. You may not remember me, but I will never forget you. Draw your sword. I said draw your sword!
Yep. Sorry. Do you mind if I... Well, frankly, it's cumbersome, and I'd rather not fight with it knocking around my knees. Okay. Right. You see, I came through a... This isn't my belt. Right. Right. Yeah. Yes. How do we... Alright, have some of that. Oh, I'm so sorry. I wouldn't normally do that. You bring it out of me. Did you see that? That was so cool. High five. Okay, we're still fighting. That's fine. Come on, then. Oh, that was some fancy stuff. Guys, you were not going to believe what just happened.
Oh, hey, Alex.
You alright?
Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed, please consider hitting subscribe. It really helps us out. Thank you again, and see you next week.